Hi everyone, back with another plan with me in my medium passion planner, my go-to. I thought I'd just share last week, or the current week, it's Sunday, just so you could see how it filled up a bit. And I really did love the overall colour scheme of this. Just made me really, really happy. So I'm going to plan the last week of January, which is kind of scary how quickly it's gone. At the same time, it feels like it's dragged forever because of being in lockdown again. So this week I'm going to use an old mini kit from Plannerface called Home Sweet Home, which is just, it's a calm palette. It's just appropriate, I feel, for the moment, considering it's cold, we're stuck at home, so we may as well just stay there. And I've dug out a few icons and bits from the Hummingbird Planner to use as well. So yeah, pre-planned stuff. I've written the gratitude prompts of the week on like the weekly tracker, and I've actually trimmed this strip in half vertically as well. So yeah, see what happens as we go along, as always. I think I'm going to stick with the time blocking this week. So I've dug out some pens. This week I've gone back to mildliners and my pastel stabilo, just because those are the colours that worked really well. So I think I'm going to do, what am I going to do colour wise? I don't know. Let's start with stickers, that's always easier, and then I can come back to it in a minute. So there we go. So yeah, it's, at the moment everything kind of seems to be blurring into one day, which is kind of like why I'm a bit like, is it still January? How is it only still January? Wednesday and Thursday this week I woke up thinking it was Friday. I went to bed last night thinking it was Sunday night. I woke up this morning thinking it was Saturday. I'm a bit all over the place, but that's kind of, it's understandable. We've been working at home for 10.5 months now, so everything does tend to blur into one after a while. There are things that we would normally be doing at this time of year that we're not, which is frustrating, and it is getting very close to a full year since I've seen most of my friends in person because we're all over the country. So yeah, it's been a bit of an odd week really. I think we've had enough now really, haven't we? So yes, so my planner is definitely, I wouldn't necessarily say my sanctuary, but it's certainly my source of sanity at the moment. So I shared a picture yesterday of sort of the planner stack, so to speak. I've said I don't necessarily want to commit to a planner because with everything that's going on, like there'll be different things I want at different times. I do love that most that I can get from my passion planner, but BP, there we go. I do love the fact that I can pick things up and put things down as and when I want to. So, that's close. I am fairly certain that the print on this is slightly different this year because there is literally like a hair's breadth between all of this, and I'm sure there was a little bit more last year. I could be wrong, but anyway, we're going with it. So yeah, so this morning has been a bit of an odd one. That's exactly how I feel at the minute. I feel I just started a conversation on one thing and then went off on a complete and utter tangent onto something else, got distracted, and then started a different conversation. What was I talking about? I was talking about planner stacks. There we go. committing to a planner, and then I'll come back to this morning. So yeah, so I shared my planner stack, which involves this and my daily passion planner as my go-to, and I'm still using my passion planner daily on a daily basis. I will nearly have made it an entire month of using it every single day, which is like a record. So whatever I'm doing at the minute clearly is working in terms of getting use out of it. But I've also got a small passion planner just because, and the medium spiral I'm kind of using for work and a bit of a catch-all. But that will change because things change, life changes. What we need in a specific moment might be different to what we need now, and I am totally 100% okay with that. I am convinced that's why most people don't have planner piece as the mythical phrase. So yeah, right. Structure for the week. So I think I'm going to stick with time blocks like I did last week. Have my to-do list within my workspace. Just kind of for a little offload and as things come up. So I think I'm going to go with the pale grey, excuse me, for work hours. So I am going to be starting work at 7:30 again because that's what's working for me at the moment. Seems disturbingly early, but if I think about it, a year ago I was leaving the house at 7, driving, and then getting to my work desk for 8. So if anything, I get longer in bed than I did before. And then finishing at 3:30. And I'm just going to block this in on either side. Just so I have a square block. Ish. I'm not using a ruler, but you get the idea. So that's that. And clearly concentrating this morning is a challenge. Yeah, this morning's gone out the window really because woke up and it had snowed, and so it was like, I'm not going out in the snow to do the shopping and everything. That's what I thought. That's 4, so I'm going to block out the top 4. Just so I can mark it off. That's one thing I really do like about these mini kits, is there are 5 flags. In my head that's instantly perfect for marking off work hours. I know Anna's reformatted her mini kits, but they still have the 5 flags, so I'm good with that. So yeah, feel like that's the phrase of the day, so yeah. Right. Then these fit in there. And I'm just gonna stick them in the order that they come in, really. Like that. Okay, so those are work hours. And I'm going to use work from home stickers from Hummingbird Planner. I really like these. There's something about them that just, I don't know, I just like them. For no other reason than that. So, excuse me, sniffing. I've had a horrible cold as well. It's just like, ugh. Come on, there we go. Right, So that's my work from home slot. Other things to block in is my morning routine, which I think I'm going to do in blue. So in here now, this has changed slightly. This is normally more of a 6:30/7 on a weekday. You know, that 7 to 7:30 half hour does kind of tend to blur between my morning routine and actually starting work. So I could put it right up to work, but I like having the space gap. The space gap, the gap, the space. It doesn't need to be space gap, you lemon. Weekend as normal is going to be a bit later, but I think I'm going to put weekend banner in first, just so I can definitely get the spacing on that. So I'm going to go with that one. And there. Okay. I do have my iPad under the front cover just to lift it a bit and make it a bit easier to work on at the moment. So the weekend, do you know what, I'm going to put Saturdays to 9 because realistically my time on a Saturday just goes into whatever I feel like. If there's one day of the week where I don't need to worry about times, it's Saturday. So I'm going to move it later. So that's my morning routine. Evening routine I'm going to come back to after I've done some events of the week. So tomorrow is Monday evening. Just going to gather all the sheets so I can see what labels I've got. So that means it's guides tomorrow. So that's in there. Now, we haven't been shopping today because I'm not driving in the snow. That's just not going to happen. So I'm going to attempt to go tomorrow because I get the impression it's melting quite quickly. So I could go straight from work, come back, do guides. Or I could go straight after guides and make sure that I've eaten. Oh, I think straight from work is probably the best option. So I'm actually going to put it, this one would fit in a perfect hour and a half block. But I'm going to straddle it a bit because it's probably going to take me a bit longer than that. Because I'm going sort of more during the day than I normally would, and so it will take longer because that's what happens. And I will probably get annoyed and frustrated with people as well, but that's okay. Right, Tuesday evening, gonna do a bit of a crochet session. Cool. That's not quite cross enough for my liking. So I'm going to put that in there. Also need to make a note that he is recording his podcast tomorrow night. So I'm going to put that in flag in there for that. Wednesday, I don't think anything is happening on Wednesday. Or Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday or Sunday. No, I am going shopping on Sunday morning, so I'm gonna put this in. This will take up a bit more of bit more of a bigger gap than I might do for shopping, but it covers like putting it away and all that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to worry about that. Those are the kind of key events. This is bugging me. It'll be fine. So with this in mind, I think my evening routine is going to work at normal time. So I'm going to block that out across the week. And again, clearly I can't draw lines and talk coherently today, I don't think. Okay. So that's my evening slots blocked out for the week. Just like that. Right, evening meals. I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna put in Mondays because I still need to work out, I think, how this evening structure is gonna go. But I am gonna put in the rest of the week. So, kind of, I put it in for an hour, like usually. Like for an good hour and a half, I would say. This time doesn't just include eating, it's sort of time where you both sit together and chill out and watch things and talk and, you know, just make sure we spent some time together during the day. Because we are both people that like our own space, which works quite well. But equally, like, it's important to spend time together. So I'm going to block that in for the week. I have just outlined these at the moment. I think it is very likely that it will all get blocked in again, like last week. So the only other thing I'm going to do at the moment is put a contrast colour in here under the grey, so I can do some stuff. Words not happening, clearly. Right, these are the gratitude prompts for the week, so I'm going to use this one, I think. And just put them down here. That's still, how have I smudged that? That's dry. Okay. The cat's just come in and I can hear her screaming. I hope he does something to check that she's okay. Right. Focus box. I do have some words somewhere to go over that, just to put focus. I'm gonna have to pause. She's screaming her head off. Right, I've got no idea what I was saying before then. It's alright. We think our cat has never seen snow before, and obviously it's quite cold and wet, and she doesn't like the cold and wet, and so she comes in and has to announce that she's come back and it's still not very nice out there, and then she just has to have some attention, and she's actually hidden herself under the sofa, I think in protest at the weather. So there we go. Right, I have actually coloured bits in, as you can see. I've got no idea what I was saying before, but I've dug out my little words, which are from Silent Beauty Plans on Etsy. As you can see, I have quite the chunk on discs so that I know where they all are, and this is the bit that I really struggle with still because it's too fine. So focus for the week there. What other words have we got? Let's have a look. Girls, gratitude, gratitude. In there. I would have been having my hair cut this week, but sadly that's not happening. I would also have been having my nails done this week, but sadly that's not happening. I want lockdown to be over now. I think that's probably it. I could go for some daily to-dos. Let's go for some daily to-dos across here. Or just today, I think. Just to make it stand out and so I know what's going on. You know, instead of just having this space blocked out, like I'm very much with you, it should be used. Right, let's put some stuff actually in for once. So this he is podcast recording. Which is, he does unparliamentary language. If you're interested in anything to do with politics, which I'm kind of bored of now. AM routine. PM routine. Okay, right. I've just put that in for a day just so I can go back and do it. So, things this week, that's going to be food shop, this is guides and brownies, I felt a bit proud last week because it became apparent that we're kind of the only group in the district that's doing anything at the moment. We're all doing it online, but we're still doing something, so that's good. I do need to drop my prescription off tomorrow. And I have to share the gratitude prompt on Friday. So that's a new routine. So that's fine. And then that is also weekly shop. Right, this week's tracking. I don't know if I'm going to use all of the space this week for my tracking. I kind of feel the last couple of weeks that maybe I'm just filling it for the sake of filling it, basically. So there is a kind of set daily routine focus that I want to do this week. And that's to make sure I've done my morning routine, my evening routine, I've taken my medication, I've done my daily journal, and I've done some form of absorbing activity. So my AM routine and PM routine I physically tick off. My medication tracker I'll put down in a minute. So daily journal, absorbing activity. So I'm actually going to talk about absorbing activities in this week's Wellness Wednesday post. So that can go on there. Other things are daily gratitude. Medication will go down. This is more aimed at in the morning, because breakfast has slipped this week. Drink. So that's water intake. So I'm actually going to grab one of these again to track. I'm aiming for at least 6 spots of water a day. So if I get 6, I do cross it off on here because I just find it helpful. That's all. Drink, something in the house. Instagram post and crochet. And I think I'm actually going to leave it there this week, so I will come back and rub all those out when I can find a rubber. I've just remembered a couple of other things. So Wednesday he has got the day off because he is taking the car for its MOT. It's going to smudge now, isn't it? I should have put it down and then done it. Okay. I can't think of anything else. I feel like I've forgotten something, but I don't know what it is. So I'm sure it will come to me in the end. But I think I've probably rambled on for long enough now. The only other thing I may do is add some icons for dinners. So I'm just going to grab, oh, and I haven't put my medication trackers in, I haven't done sleep, I haven't done that. It's always something, isn't there? So what I have started doing is recording my sleep on my weekly view, just because it's helpful to have in my mind sort of how things have gone. So I'm just going to do the first half of the week for now because I've rambled on enough. So I put sleep in here, and clearly other things that have reminded me that I need to do things, and my medication tracker. And these icons are because it's bins and recycling on that day, it's payday on that day, and that's to add to a TV tracker for the week because I watch too much TV and I want to know what's going on. So we'll put it on that one, and we'll just leave it open. And I'm going to stick it down here, I think. And I can just fill up the space at the bottom. So that's TV for the week. So yeah, so this is my sleep. So I don't do anything fancy. I just put CZ, put in my sleep. I record it in blue, so it's kind of part of my journaling stuff. And then it's just helpful to have for reference during the week. So if I get to Wednesday and it's kind of like all of these are lower than I would like, I'll adjust the rest of the week so that I'm not overdoing it and things like that. You know, I still have it on my day so that for my daily picture it gives me an idea, but I kind of like it for the weekly picture as well. So that's better. That's got all the bits in that I wanted it to have. So I'm going to stop rambling now because this has definitely gone on longer than I'd anticipated. I will leave links for the shop below if you want to try out Passion Planner. I will leave my ambassador referral code below as well, which will give you 10% off your order. All my social media will be there. So yeah, thank you for stopping by, guys. I'll be back with another video at some point soon, and in the meantime, happy planning.